everyone, it's Tony, and today I'm going to teach you how to figure out the combination for one of these Master Lock combo locks. We're going to need an online calculator to help us figure this out. There's a link to it down below. It's mobile friendly, so you can use it on your cell phone if you want to, or on your desktop computer. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn to the right a whole bunch of times and then stop on 0. This is just resetting the lock, ready to go. Same thing you would do if you were about to open it for the first time as well. Now, we need to apply upwards pressure on the shackle like we're trying to open it. And then we're going to turn the dial to the left towards the number 10. And what we're looking for is for the dial to get stuck. And what's important is we want it to get stuck between two half numbers, not whole numbers. So for example, we want it stuck between 2.5 and 3.5, but we do not want it stuck between 2 and 3. Because what we need is we need that number between the halves. So if it gets stuck between 2.5 and 3.5, our number is going to be 3. So let's go ahead and do that now and see what our first number is. So I'm pulling up on the shackle, I'm going to turn to the left and it won't turn. So I'm applying too much pressure. So I'm going to release a little bit so I can get it started. And as soon as I get it started, I'm going to put all the pressure back on and keep turning. And there, it just clicked in. Now, if I look at this, it stopped between, let's see here. It looks like 2.5 and 3.5 is where it's stuck at. Okay, so that means our first number is 3. So I'm going to enter number 3 into the first locked position in the calculator. Let's get that done and then we'll come back and find the next number. Okay, so I entered the number 3 in the first locked position. Now, we need to do this again, keep turning it the same way, and we're going to look for the next number that's between two half numbers. And this number should be below the number 11. We do not want to go above 11 or we've gone too far. So let's release a little tension so we can get it started again. Okay, and now I'm going to pull upwards on the shackle and keep rotating. And there, we just dropped between what looks like 5.5 and 6.5, which means our second number is the number 6. So we're going to enter the number 6 into the second locked position in our calculator. Let's go and enter that now. Okay, now that we have our second number in, I'm going to go ahead and reset the combination lock. You don't have to do this, but I find it easier to do this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to apply half as much pressure on the shackle as we used to because we want to be able to continuously rotate the shackle. So if you can't continuously rotate it, then it means you're applying too much pressure. And this time we're going to rotate it to the right, so towards 35. And what we're looking for is friction, right? We're looking for some resistance in the lock. And if you're pulling too hard, you're going to get it a lot. So this is something that you kind of have to just feel out and learn how to do. So we're going to apply a little bit of tension upwards and we're going to start turning to the right. And if you don't get any resistance, you need to put more tension on. So I'm going to keep doing that. And what we're looking for is a place where we get a lot of resistance. So I'm going to try to show this the best I can. But as I'm turning to the right, you see it's turning pretty fine. Nothing is getting stuck. It's going. And then right about here, I have to turn a lot harder and then it goes. So I'm going to do it again. You want to do this a couple times to verify you found the right spot. And as I come across, yep, it hits on 4 and then it goes. So every time I get to 4, it kind of binds up. So I'm going to do it one more time just to make sure. Coming towards 4, and yes, for sure, it gets locked up and kind of, I feel friction on number 4. So we're going to go ahead and enter number 4 into the resistant location in the calculator. So let's do that now. Now all we have to do is go ahead and click Find Combos on the calculator. So let's do that. Now, as you notice, it's giving us some information. It says that our first digit is the number 9, and our second digits are, well, there's quite a few of them there. There's 3, 7, 11, 15, 19, 23, 27, 31, 35, and 39. And there's 2 possible last digits. Now, we want to reduce the number of second possible digits. And the way we do that is we try to figure out which one is the third digit. And to do that, we're going to turn the lock to the first last digit it suggests, which in this case is 13. So I'm going to turn it to 13 and I'm going to pull up on the shackle and I'm going to try to move the dial and see how much movement there is. and there's not much at all. So I'm going to turn to the next number, which is 33, and I'm going to pull up on the shackle and check the movement. Now you can see the dial moves a lot more. That indicates that 33 is the correct last number. So you want to find the number that has the most play in the dial. So I'm going to click the button that says 33 for my third digit. And as you notice, that's taken away some of the second digit options. Now all that's left to do is to go ahead and try to open up the last 8 possible combinations that exist. So I'm going to start with 9, 3, 33. So I'm going to go to 9, 3, 33, and I'm going to try it. And it doesn't open. And in case you're new to how combination locks work, let me just explain. You always turn to the right first and stop on the number. So in this case, it's going to be 9. Then you go to the left, you pass the second number once and stop on it the second time. So in this case, we're going to go to 7. So we're going to go past 7. So there, I just passed it once, and we're going to go around to it again and stop on 7. And then we're going to go to the last number, which is 33. And we're going to give that a try. That also didn't open. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next one, which is 11. So we're going to go 9, past 11 once, land on it the second time, 33. That's not it either. And you notice I'm clearing it a couple times to the right before I do every combination. So we're going to go 9, 15, passed it once, stop on it, 33. That's not it. Okay. So then we go 9, 19, 33. And that's not it. So 9, 23, 33. And that's not it. Okay, so 9, 27, 33. Oh, and there we go. So the combination for this is 9, 27, 33. So that is how you can crack the combination from Master Lock Combo Lock using the online calculator provided in the description down below and just your hands. And this works on all these locks. It's pretty simple. Once you learn how to do it, you can kind of pick up any lock and just do it yourself as long as you have this calculator with you. And it's available online. And this calculator is actually created by Sammy Kamkar, which, if you don't know, he was the guy who wrote the worm for MySpace back in the day that made everyone become his friend. He actually got in a lot of trouble for that, but he's done some really cool stuff in the hacker space since then. He's actually created a auto dialer for these combination locks, which I'll link to that in the description as well. But I wanted to make sure he got credit for the combination calculator that he put together. So that's all I have. I hope you can use this in the future to help yourself find any lost combos you might have, and we'll see you in the next video.